You know that mental playlist of everything that went wrong today. What if I told you you're the DJ who keeps hitting repeat, and you can change the station anytime you want? Today's lesson reviews 5 connected insights about how our perception creates our experience of the world. Instead of seeing what's actually there, we're seeing our own thoughts projected outward, and once we understand this, we can choose to see differently. Think about Sarah. It's 4:47 p.m. on a Friday when the email lands in her inbox. Her boss. Subject line: "Can we talk Monday morning?" That's it. 7 words. And in the space of a heartbeat, Sarah's mind becomes a Hollywood screenwriter churning out disaster movies. She's getting fired. She definitely messed up the Johnson project. Her career is over. By the time she gets home, she's already mentally packing her desk. The weekend becomes a marathon screening of this horror film she's directing in her head. She replays conversations from the past week, searching for clues. She rehearses her defense. She imagines the walk of shame carrying a cardboard box. Her partner asks if she wants to go to dinner. She can't eat. Her friend texts about Sunday brunch. She can't focus. She's living in a future that exists only in her mind, watching a movie that she wrote, produced, and starred in. Monday morning arrives. Sarah walks into her boss's office, palms sweating, heart racing. Her boss smiles. "I wanted to be the first to tell you. We're promoting you to senior manager. Congratulations." The email was blank. Sarah's mind wrote the script. This is what we do all day long. We're running around in our own mental movie theater, completely absorbed in films we've created, forgetting that we're the ones operating the projector. Your mind is like a movie projector that's been running the same film for years, a dark thriller full of problems and threats. You've been so absorbed in the movie that you forgot you're the one in the projection booth. But here's what really happened with Sarah, and what happens with us constantly. We see an empty screen, a neutral event, a blank email, and immediately project our fears onto it. The projection is so automatic, so instant, that we don't even realize we're doing it. We think we're seeing reality. We think we're being logical, preparing for the worst, protecting ourselves. But we're actually just replaying the same old horror movie we've been watching for years. Think about your own mental projector. What films does it like to play? Maybe it's the "everyone's judging me" documentary, or the "I'm not good enough" biopic. Perhaps it's the "something bad is about to happen" thriller. We've watched these movies so many times that we know every scene by heart. And because we know the plot so well, we see evidence for it everywhere. Your coworker doesn't say good morning. Obviously they hate you now. Your partner seems quiet at dinner. Clearly they're planning to leave. Your boss schedules a meeting. You're definitely in trouble. The projector runs. The film plays. And we react to shadows on the wall as if they were solid reality. Here's the moment everything shifts, when you realize that your mind has been the screenwriter all along. Not just for the Sarah-style disaster scenarios, but for every story you tell yourself about what things mean. We think we're observing the world objectively, gathering facts, making rational assessments. But we're actually writing scripts faster than any AI could generate them. Someone cuts us off in traffic, we instantly write their character, selfish jerk who thinks they own the road. A friend doesn't return our text, we write their motivation, they're avoiding me because of what I said last week. Our kids don't clean their room, We write their future. They'll never learn responsibility. And here's the kicker, these aren't just innocent stories. They're attack scripts. Every time we decide we know what something means, we're actually attacking reality, demanding it conform to our screenplay. We're attacking others by deciding who they are and what they're thinking. We're attacking ourselves by casting ourselves as victims, failures, or fighters in battles that exist only in our projection booth. Watch your mind for just 1 hour. Notice how it assigns meaning to everything. The weather isn't just weather, it's depressing, or perfect, or typical of my luck. The traffic isn't just cars moving, it's infuriating, or proof that this city is going downhill. Your body isn't just your body, it's too this, or not enough that. Your mind is writing, directing, and reviewing its own movies all day long. Here comes the part that might make you uncomfortable. You don't actually know what anything means. That email from Sarah's boss. It meant nothing until her mind assigned it meaning. The traffic that made you late. Just cars on a road until your mind wrote the story. Your partner's quiet mood. Simply quiet until you decided why. We're so convinced we understand everything. People's motivations, what events mean, what's going to happen next. But we're just watching our own projections and mistaking them for reality. It's like going to a movie theater, forgetting you're watching a film, and then trying to jump into the screen to fix the plot. You can't fix a projection by fighting with the screen. This isn't about being naive or pretending problems don't exist. It's about recognizing that half of our problems, maybe more, are movies we're projecting. That difficult conversation you're dreading. You've already had it 50 times in your mental theater. That worst-case scenario you're preparing for. You've been living in it for days. Remember Sarah's weekend of hell? She spent 48 hours in emotional agony over something that wasn't even happening. Her body produced all the stress hormones. Her mind ran all the disaster scenarios. Her relationships suffered from her distraction, all in response to a projection. The promotion was always waiting for her on Monday, but she spent the weekend in a horror movie of her own making. So where's the off switch? How do we stop these movies from running our lives? First, understand that everything you thought was protecting you, the worst-case planning, the meaning-making, the constant analysis, was actually just keeping the projector running. You thought you were being smart, prepared, realistic, but you were just playing reruns of fear. The switch isn't about forcing positive thinking or pretending everything's fine. It's about catching yourself in the act of projection. It's that moment when you realize, oh, I'm doing it again. I'm writing the script. When Sarah's boss sent that email, she had a choice she didn't know she had. She could have noticed her mind starting to write the disaster movie and said, I don't actually know what this means. It's just a request to talk. Imagine living one day, just one day, without assigning meaning to everything. Your boss wants to talk. Okay. You'll find out on Monday. Your partner seems quiet. Maybe they're just tired. Traffic is heavy. Cars are moving slowly. Period. No story. No meaning. No projection. This isn't about becoming passive or careless. It's about recognizing that most of our emotional suffering comes from the movies we're watching, not from what's actually happening. When you stop projecting fears onto that blank screen of life, something amazing happens. You start to see what's actually there. And surprisingly often, What's actually there is far kinder than the movie you were watching. The moment you realize that what bothers you, out there, is actually the story you're telling yourself, in here, everything shifts. You stop being a victim of circumstances and become the author of your experience. Not because you can control what happens, but because you can choose what movie you're watching. Sarah could have spent her weekend differently. When her mind started its disaster screening, she could have noticed and chosen a different film. Or better yet, she could have turned off the projector entirely and just lived her weekend. Been present with her partner at dinner. Enjoyed brunch with her friend. Trusted that whatever Monday brought, she could handle it then. This is our choice in every moment. We can keep watching the old movies, the fear films, the attack scripts, the meaning-making documentaries about everyone's secret motives. Or we can notice we're in the projection booth and reach for a different reel. We can choose to see innocence instead of guilt. Peace instead of problems. Not knowing instead of false certainty. The projector will keep running. That's what minds do. But once you know you're the projectionist, everything changes. You catch the horror movie starting up and think, not today. You notice the attack script beginning and choose not to finish writing it. You feel the old familiar fear film starting and decide you've seen that one enough times. Your life is not a series of problems to solve or threats to defend against. It's a blank screen waiting for you to project something new. What if, just for today, you chose to see differently? What if you let that email be just an email? That silence be just silence. That future be unwritten. The switch has always been in your hand. You've always been the one in the projection booth. And right now, in this moment, you can choose what to see. Before we move into the meditation, if this is helping you, you're welcome to like the video and subscribe. It's a simple way to keep practicing together. Let's find a comfortable position. Your body knows how to settle. Trust it. Take one breath that you actually feel. Not a special breath, just one you notice. Your mind might still be running its projector. That's okay. Let it play in the background. Notice your body right now, the weight of it in the chair or on the cushion, the air on your skin. These simple facts that need no story. Somewhere in your mind, a movie might be playing. Tomorrow's worries, yesterday's replays. Let them run. You don't need to watch. Feel the quiet space behind the movies. It's always been there, silent, still, waiting. Your breath moves without any script from you. Your heart beats without your direction. This moment exists without your interpretation. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. These places where you hold tomorrow's meetings and yesterday's conversations, they can rest now. Notice the space around the thoughts, the quiet between the mental movies. It's like the pause between films. Nothing playing. Just space. You are not the movies. You are the one who can watch or not watch. The one who's always been here behind the projector. Rest here, in this space that needs no story. This moment that requires no meaning. This simple, quiet truth of being here now. When thoughts come, Let them pass like credits rolling. You don't need to read every name. You don't need to analyze the plot. Just rest. The projectionist taking a break. The screen gone quiet, the theater at peace. Stay here as long as you like. When you're ready, you'll know. The projector will be there if you need it, but right now, there's just this peace. This quiet. This rest. Thank you for practicing with us today. If you'd like, there's a link to a free digital copy of ACIM in the description. And if this video resonated with you, please comment. I am grateful. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Thank you for being willing to look at the projector instead of just the screen. Whatever movies your mind wants to play later today, remember, you're the one in the projection booth. Be gentle with yourself as you practice choosing what to see. Until next time, may you rest in the quiet space behind all the stories.